You know what I really like about the Canon R50V is the form factor. It's just so small and tiny, and it makes it easy to mount just about anywhere, including my car. But the R50V has one fatal flaw. And I know this because I've been using the R50 for 3 years. When Canon took away the EVF on this camera, they didn't just take away the EVF. They also gave it a worse screen, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. If you're gonna take away the EVF, give us a better screen, not a worse one. But over the years, Canon has done a lot of things that I don't really understand, so whatevs, as the kids say. It's 30% lower res than the screen that's on the R50. It's basically a Sony screen. Sorry, Sony users, don't come at me. But that makes it very difficult to ever shoot outdoors. When I shoot outdoors, I 100% of the time have to use an external monitor. Now, I like using an external monitor. I even like using one with my original R50, but on the R50, I don't have to. I can see that screen. This one, in bright sunshine, I live in Florida, it's gonna be black. You won't see anything. You might be able to point it in somewhat of a right direction, a correct direction, but forget about focus, manual focus, forget about, composition is gonna be tough. Just getting a great exposure is gonna be tough on this camera because you can't see anything on that screen in bright sunlight. Now, that's kind of the case in Florida on phone screens, camera screens, tablets. The only thing I can see outdoors in the way of screens is my drone, the Mavic 3. That one I can see, but that's a big screen on the RC, and it's bright. This, not so much. So every time if you're planning on buying this camera, it's a great camera. It really is. So many professional features. I love this thing. And the video it shoots, beautiful. And if you can shoot photo with it without an EVF, it shoots beautiful photos, just like the original R50. So don't get me wrong, it's a great camera and it's worth every penny of that $620, whatever it is this week. But if you're planning on shooting a lot outdoors, and let's face it, we all shoot outdoors for B-roll, right? You're not gonna see anything on that camera. You're going to have to invest in a monitor, or you're constantly gonna be turning on the Camera Connect app and looking at your phone. Now, is that a deal breaker? It wasn't for me, but it might be for somebody who shoots outdoors all the time. If you're not shooting indoors doing talking head tutorials or videos with, softbox lighting and all that, this might be a very difficult camera for you to use if you shoot a lot outdoors. And even if you don't shoot a lot outdoors, you are going to be shooting outdoors just for B-roll. I don't want to repeat myself, but that's the fact, Jack. So, for those of you who haven't bought a camera yet, you might consider the original Canon R50 over the R50V. Even though the R50V gives you a lot more features in the way of video, content. I mean, for sure, if you're a photographer, don't get this camera. Get the original R50. That thing shoots beautiful photos. And this one does too. And I'll show you that. But for photos, I'm not going to be shooting outdoors. I'll be shooting indoors for photos. That's why I use my original R50 for all my thumbnails, all my photos, and I use this camera for video. Except if I'm outside, then I use the R50. Sorry, that's just the way it is. That is all. Carry on.